First and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Got a man, it's McBride complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd down and goal. Murray. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tariq Cohen, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. So here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. From midfield, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On second down, it's Jones. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's Mahomes. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Jones is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And this is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The middle, Jones. Oh, nice move. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Jones ceded the top spot in the Tampa backfield to Leonard Fournette last season, but still produced 428 yards while averaging over 4 yards per carry. He switches from one Super Bowl favorite to another by joining Kansas City. Certainly will have every opportunity to lock himself in as a key part of another postseason run in KC.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, You have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down at 4. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore as the first half is winding down. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes flushed out right. Man open, here is Jones. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Dancing to his left. This is taken in by McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on third down, good for 28. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They go quickly here out to Moore. Ooh, with a juke. Again with a juke. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray forced out to his left. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Throwing again, Murray. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, get away. Max 22.
Murray going to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown! Rondale Moore. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now Murray off play action. On the move to his left. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Being chased out left. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brian, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray now on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cardinals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow. Follow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, man, so you gon' see. I chase, I just attract what you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. These love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinion.